Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good weekend, and welcome back to Star Wars Outlaws. You might remember we ended the last video on a little bit of a cliffhanger. We saw in a cutscene, although Kay wouldn't have been aware of this, but we as the player were, that Sluro was trying to get Bib Fortuna, Jabba's second-in-command, to betray us and hand us over. Immediately after which, Bib Fortuna contacts us with a job proposition, so expecting a betrayal but unable to turn the job down, I accepted with some trepidation, and lo and behold, absolutely nothing happened. We simply escorted some Hutt freighters to Tashara, fought off some Pike Syndicate fighters, and got paid. So that went nowhere. I think it's possible that technically the betrayal came earlier, when there were no Hutton forces waiting to meet us at the pickup point after the Fort Sunfire mission, but a lot of Imperials were. That raises some questions, though.
Wow, it's so green.
That's right. You've never been somewhere this verdant.
You have?
I've been to every biome you can imagine, and a few you can't.
Welcome to Akiva, by the way. We're done with Tatooine. Tatooine was great, but it is time to move on. So, continuing the proud tradition of having entire planets defined by a single ecosystem, welcome to Akiva. I mean, we had Tatooine, the desert planet, we had Tashara, the very, very windy planet. In the prequels we had Kamino, the water world. In The Empire Strikes Back we had Hoth, the ice planet. In Return of the Jedi we had the forest moon of Endor. Akiva is very wet, and I don't mean in the same way that Kamino is wet. I mean, it just never stops raining here. Akiva is a jungle planet.
Akiva. There's a lot hidden in its jungles.
Smuggling, wildlife trafficking, rebel activity.
Aren't they friends of yours, Kay?
Sure. And I owe them after our little run-in on Kanto.
Ah, we were all using sarcasm. Excellent.
We need a gifted droidsmith to get past the gatekeeper. You say Kadik's our guy? I believe you.
For the record, he doesn't. What does a petty criminal from Canto Bight know about droids?
No, he knows all kinds of things. Like how to remove a restraining bolt without detection. He's got this spike that can erase protocols.
If you keep talking, I'll be forced to blast you.
Oh yeah, you might have noticed ND5 has a restraining bolt on his chest.
And Kay, I don't need help. I'm not broken.
A restraining bolt is a device that limits a droid's programming. As ND5's owner, Jalen has obviously had him fitted with one, because ND5 is a BX series commando droid, and those buggers are dangerous. So you might... hang on, why can't I get out the cargo rack? Oh, fine. Whatever, I'll just take the side exit.
Kay, start at the Alcazar. It's a cantina owned by a local gangster named Surat Nuat. If your droidsmith friend is as good as you say he is, Surat will know him.
Anything else you can tell me about this guy?
Surat is a smuggler. He uses the catacombs under the city to move his merchandise. He's also a psychopath. And word is, he picked a fight with the Pikes in Mira.
Thanks. That helps.
You won't thank me after you meet Surat.
Don't know exactly what ND5's restraining bolt does, but, well, I can take an educated guess. You put a restraining bolt on a battle droid in order to ensure its loyalty and make sure it only shoots people that you want it to shoot. Oh, what's going on here? Like an Imperial recruiter?
Grew up helping my mum run her nursery. I know.
Huh. Oh well. There is a strong Imperial presence here on Akiva. I didn't actually know anything about this planet. I assumed that it had been mentioned in the Star Wars expanded universe, possibly featured in the Clone Wars TV series. No. It was mentioned in a couple of audiobooks, but seems to be the very first time. Oh yeah,
The tax rate
corrupt
for business
Imperial
owners
officers.
has increased by 2 points, so I'm afraid you're in arrears.
There's only so many crispy yaya skewers I can sell in a day.
They may have given you a fancy title, but you're still the youngling who used to try and steal candies from my cart. You think you're too good for us?
Things are different now. If you can't pay by the end of next week, all of your belongings will be repossessed.
Not the same youngling after all.
But yeah,
You need it? I got
as far as I'm aware, this is the
How's
first
it
time
going?
that Akiva has actually been portrayed in media that's anything other than an audiobook. Oh, hello. Gunslinger pants, these are nice. Not too sure about the accuracy when shooting on the hip or on the run, but adrenaline after a successful fast cooling and doubles the amount gained on super cooling. And of course it's part of the Gunslinger set, so I'm definitely going to want to get that. I just can't at the moment because it requires jarwall fibre, and I have no idea what that is, but it's almost certainly something that I'm going to be able to gather here on Akiva. Not interested in the thief stuff, it's not part of the set, and I've already got a very, very good stealth set, which I'm actually wearing at the moment, the Crimson Dawn
Bye
outfit.
now.
Definitely going to want to get myself a gunslinger set though, because I'm approaching the stage where my blaster pistol isn't completely shit anymore.
ND5. I'm seeing a lot of Imperials here.
Worry more about the threats you don't see. The syndicates are locked in a struggle for control of Akiva's lucrative black market. Tread carefully, Kay.
Well, based on what I've seen of this place so far, and bear in mind I've only been here 2 minutes, it looks like
Just ignore them next.
the Empire are giving the Huts and the Pikes a damn good run for their money as far as being criminal scum are concerned. Anyway, this is the place. Is that another Imperial recruiter? In the cantina?
Recruiting out of the cantina. Interesting choice.
The Empire sees potential in all sorts of people. Take me, for example. I was recruited out of a backwater settlement. Couldn't even spell my own name.
I take it you can spell it now?
Now I've got an important role, making a difference. You should sign up quick before we close recruiting for the season. This is your best chance at real opportunities.
Now, I mean, I'm obviously not joining the Empire, but you know, let's see where this goes.
Really? Wow. Who could say no to opportunities?
You could be part of something bigger. And if you already have blaster training, you'll get a signing bonus. This is the best decision you'll ever make. You won't regret it.
Yeah, I bet.
If you're interested, you can sign up at the landing pad. You can't miss the line.
Yeah, I did just walk past it. Huh. Oh, what's
Race
this?
sponsored by the Empire. You might as well declare their jockey the winner now.
Oh yeah, I may have mentioned in a previous episode, but all of the races in this game that you can bet on, they're all fixed. And there's always some intel around somewhere that will tell you who's going to win the next race. You'll never make a massive amount of money out of betting on fixed races, but you won't lose any money by betting on fixed races either, not if you know who's going to win ahead of time. So this is the Alcazar, the cantina, where we're going to find this Surat guy. Let's take a look around first.
If you're here for the Sabacc tournament, you're too late.
What? No, I need to see your boss.
Go ahead. You'll find Surat in the back.
Thanks. Is this place big on Sabacc?
Some high rollers in town, so every chance Emir wants to take their shot.
Good to know. Hey, Jalen, you there? I'm about to meet Surat, but I need some leverage here.
Why don't you offer Surat spice in exchange for information on your friend?
Oh, yeah, that could work.
Consider it an investment. Watch yourself in there.
Yeah, I was about to ask, why do I need to speak to this Surat guy at all? I mean, I'm here looking for Gadik, a Rhodian droidsmith that I knew back on Kanto, but, well, okay, that explains it. I don't actually know where Gadik is, other than somewhere here on Akiva. And this Surat's a bit of a psychopath, apparently. Well, this should be fun. I mean, it's possible he's not a complete deranged lunatic, and that's just the reputation he cultivates to scare his competitors. But it's probably not. Oh, okay, whatever. Let's go and speak to Surat. Doesn't seem to be anything else in the kitchen I can help myself to, so... Hello, I'm here to see your boss. I hear he's a bit of a nutter.
Hey, just need to see Surat.
Sure. Good luck.
Oh, yay. Even the guards on the door don't fancy my chances. Let's get this over with.
Oh, Griff. Who is he?
Someone who betrayed me. Get out.
Wait, I've got something that could make you very rich. I just need some information.
What kind of information?
I'm looking for a Rhodian named Gadik. Just need a location.
Keep talking.
I've got 2 shipments of Sansana spice. It's yours if you can tell me where Gadik is.
I see. Deal. You'll find your Rhodian at an Imperial research station. Unless the Hutt cartel has already killed him.
What? Why? What did he do?
You can ask him. He only has himself to blame. It's my brother.
What?
The man in the table. He took my eye. But I took everything else.
Yeah. I see the resemblance.
And I can see where Surat gets his reputation as a mad dog from. Still, he didn't shoot us. Right, so, our friend Gadik, apparently working in an Imperial research station, and the Hutt cartel want him dead. This is going to get complicated, isn't it?
Hey, ND5, Jalen, I've got a lead on Gadik. He's working at an Imperial research base.
He's Empire. We should call this off.
Gadik didn't get a choice. It was prison or enlist.
Anything else we should know?
He's also made some enemies on Akiva, but I'll take care of it.
Make sure you do, Kay, because this has already cost me enough. For the record, this is a terrible idea.
Wait, hang on a minute. Gadik got himself into trouble somehow, and his choices were prison or enlistment in the Empire, so he chose enlistment in the Empire. But Gadik's a Rhodian.
Come on, I'm pretty good at Sabacc. I can run with the high rollers.
You don't get it. The players in that basement club are legends. Best in the galaxy. Trust me, you're better off betting on chance cubes.
You never support me. You know that?
Well, that sounds like an interesting tip. I should look into that. But anyway, getting back to Gadik the Droidsmith, he's a Rhodian. He's not a human, he's an alien. The Empire don't recruit aliens. They subjugate, conquer and enslave aliens. That's kind of the Empire's whole gig. Ah, but Jingles, there were lots of aliens who worked for the Empire. Well, yeah, and there are lots of criminals who work for the police. But that doesn't mean they're police, it means they're informants. There was an informant who tipped the Empire off that Ben, Luke and the droids were heading for Docking Bay 94 and Millennium Falcon on Tatooine, but you didn't see him in uniform, did you? He was an informant. And yeah, the Empire isn't above using bounty hunters, but again, it doesn't put them into uniform and have them stand to attention and salute every time an Imperial officer walks past. Aha, but Jingles, what about Grand Admiral Thrawn? Oh, well, if you're going to drag fan fiction into it, fine. Anyway, I just overheard a tip that there's a bunch of high rollers playing Sabacc here on Akiva. There's actually a high rollers table on every planet, and they're not always that easy to get into. So let's see what we can find.
Not you.
Why not?
Private game.
So I can try paying him off or try to impress him with who I know.
Oh, no, I don't want to play. Surat and Nuat sent me to make sure everything's okay around here.
No gangsters.
Oh, no, I mean, I'm not with Surat. I don't even like the guy. He tried to kill my friend once.
Don't care. High rollers only.
High rollers? Why didn't you say so? I won the Sabacc Invitational at the Kanto Grand. Yeah, took down Mont Mazdo in 3 hands.
Just get inside.
You got it.
Wow, I can't believe that actually worked. Kay is really bad at this. But hey, I'm in. But here, kids, Here's where things get really interesting. Holy shit.
Looking for someone?
It's Lando Calrissian.
Yeah, some big-time Sabacc player. Any idea who it is?
You don't want to play with those guys. They're washed up. You know, I was at the Canto Grand. I don't remember seeing your face.
Oh, yeah? You must have just missed me.
No, I would have remembered you, Kavis. Lando Calrissian.
So what? You a bounty hunter or something? Here to take me in?
Take it easy. My rap sheet's even longer than yours.
Then what do you want?
You're in with Crimson Dawn, right? Well, I lost something at their Sabacc table on Kijimi, and I want it back.
Look, I've done a few jobs for the Dawn. That doesn't mean we're friends.
You don't need to be in the inner circle, Bess. Just get dealt into the game. Do this for me, and I'll show you a few tricks of the trade.
Throw in some credits and you've got a deal.
Hey, I can't say no to a charmer like you.
Lando Calrissian is one of this game's experts. He is the High Roller, and he can teach us a few things that are going to come in handy. It's like Sheriff Quint back on Tatooine, the gunslinger expert, who taught us a few blaster tricks, which I still haven't quite mastered. I'm still in the process of unlocking, but Lando is the High Roller expert. And in order to unlock him and learn the things that he has to teach us, we're going to have to get into a High Roller Sabacc game on the planet Kijimi. We haven't been there yet, but I can soon fix that.
Hank's the best safecracker in the Outer Rim. We're not getting into Sliro's vault without her. She's also drowning in debt to the Ashiga.
Maybe she should think about cracking some safes.
We've got a welcoming committee.
Welcoming committee. Thoughtful of you.
That wasn't me. Watch your back, Kay.
Yeah, Ankh is the other member of the team that we have to recruit for the heist. And this triggers the second you arrive on Kijimi for the first time, but we're not going to be chasing this lead up just yet. What's this welcome committee ND5 was talking about? Who are the Ashiga and why are they waiting for me here in the spaceport?
Hey there, I'm Kay Vess. You, must be the Ashiga cartel, right?
We are a clan. Your ship is an EML 850, designation Trailblazer, a smuggling vessel in our records.
Oh, you've heard of it. Well, I'm just looking for someone. Her name's Ankh.
What is your business with Ankh?
She owes me money. Like, a lot. I'm here to collect.
You are a liar. You are working with Crimson Dawn.
What? No, I mean, if I was with the Dawn, you'd think I'd just show up on your landing pad?
She says, wearing a Crimson Dawn outfit.
I mean, sounds like you've got Crimson Dawn spies to find.
You are clear to go, but do not lie to us again.
Oh, yeah, I won't. Honest.
Kay, you are so very, very bad at this. But anyway, here we go. The fourth criminal faction in the game, the Ashiga clan. Don't have a particularly good reputation with them at the moment, and it turns out they really don't like Crimson Dawn. So I think my choice of outfit was could have been better. Although, to be completely fair, Lando did send us here because we're in with the Crimson Dawn. So, I mean, how were we to know? He could have warned us. Whatever.
Hey, ND5, we're clear for now. Just, don't give them a reason and lock down the ship.
This is not my first time on Kijimi.
You there? Yeah, okay. I think I'll check out the cantina, see if anyone's heard anything about Ankh.
Ankh's a regular at the Domac refectory. It's in the Thieves' Quarter, right nearby.
Yeah, I'm not going to check that out. I'm here for the Sabacc game. That's not all I'm here for, though.
You hungry, Nix?
Because in order to unlock one of the gunslinger special abilities taught to me
Looks
by
good.
Sheriff Quint, I need to treat Nix to 3 different types of foods. And there's one right here on Kijimi. Duridan soup, a Nix treat. And Nix is worth it.
Hi, I'll have the Duridan soup.
I'm not going to make you watch this whole thing. Just some of the highlights.
Ooh, fancy.
So, like the other Nix treats, this is basically a quick time sequence. Yes, I know, apparently nobody bothered telling Ubisoft that it's actually 2024.
You first. You liking the larva? Oh, you're supposed to wait for it to melt. Hold on, Nick. Pull. Harder. There we go. You okay, buddy? So good. We'll find that on Kanto. Goodbye. Hey, Nix. Easy on the ice next time.
And that has unlocked the cheeky explosion ability. Well, we also had to get Nix to pickpocket a few items and then find 3 Nix treats for him. And oh, this was taught to us by the Jawa hotfixer, not Sheriff Quint. But this allows Nix to detonate any grenades being carried by enemies. And you can do it from stealth, and it doesn't actually break stealth. Which does seem a little far-fetched, but I mean, I suppose it's entirely possible that the thermal detonator could have just malfunctioned and gone off by itself, and if there's nobody obvious around to shoot at, yeah, okay, yeah, it's fine, whatever. Right, anyway, Sabacc game, here on Kijimi. It's not actually that hard to find, it's in the Crimson Dawn card room in the Crimson Dawn district, which makes sense, this will
That's
be
gotta be the table.
why Lando wanted me to go and recover his lost item for him.
You know, I miss the good
Let's
old
get
days
ourselves
when
dealt
everyone
in.
played a fair game.
Can I sit in?
I don't know you.
You know my friend Lando.
Sent you to get his token back, did he? Well, too bad. I've grown rather fond of it.
Oh, come on. I'll play you for it.
I'm sure you will. Tell you what, I'll take the bet. But we're playing house rules, and it's my house.
I'm flexible.
Right, Kessel Sabacc. This is the Star Wars Outlaws variant of the Star Wars Sabacc card game. I win a small amount of credits, a Sabacc shift token, this will be the item that Lando wants me to collect, and a Syndicate deck. You normally get to choose up to 3 shift tokens that you can play from ones that you have collected during a match, but in this particular game I have to use the house tokens, so I'm not going to bother explaining what they are right now, but they all change the rules of the game that you're playing in a small way, and sometimes in a not so small way. So when I come to play them, I'll explain there and then exactly what it is that they do, but let's get the game started.
Hey, I'm in.
So, Kessel Sabacc. You dealt 2 cards. There are 2 suits, Sand and Blood, yellow and red. Each card has a value from 1 to 6. Lower is better. I've got a 1 and a 6. The 1 is very good, the 6 is trash. So I need to get a matching 1 if possible, but it has to be the opposite suit. So I'm going to draw a red card. Oh, I have a Sabacc Prime. Best hand you can get. Okay, somebody's just played the general tariff shift token. So everybody is now taxed 1 chip. Everybody has to take a chip from their stash and put it into the pot.
Take that.
And there's another general tariff. So somebody thinks they're doing well here and they're going to win this next hand. So they're trying to tax everybody as many chips as possible. Because in this particular match, everybody started with 6 chips. Once you run out of chips, you're done. So if you've got a good hand, it's a good strategy to try to tax as many other players as possible to eliminate the amount of chips that they hold and force them out. Because if you win the hand, you recover all of the chips that you got taxed. Now here are the shift tokens that I can play. Immunity is good. It prevents any other shift token effects against you until the next hand is revealed. Exhaustion, choose a player, they have to discard. If you think a player's got a good hand and might beat you, you can force them to draw an entirely new hand, but I'm going to go with the immunity token because at the moment I've got a Sabacc Prime, a pair of wands. It's the best hand you can get. And if somebody were to play an exhaustion shift token on me, I would have to throw them away and pull 2 completely random cards. That would be really bad. There are other things that you can do with shift tokens that could ruin my chances of winning this hand. This guy's going for a free draw, he doesn't want to pay any more chips, so he's used 1 shift token that allows him to do that. Now it's my turn. I can either draw, which will cost me a chip. I can stand, which I'm probably going to do because I've got a great hand. I can play another shift token, or I can cheat. So I'm going to send Nyx to take a crafty look. Her cards are trash, don't have to worry about her. The high roller. Pair of 3s, which is not bad, but it doesn't beat a pair of 1s. And this guy has... Okay, that's interesting. So he potentially could match me. We'll explain what happens when he comes to play that second card that he had. For the moment I'm going to stand, because nobody's beaten a pair of 1s.
Passing.
So the whole point in this game is to try and get the best possible... Ooh, wow, yeah. Direct transaction shift token. 2 players are now forced to swap hands. This is why I played the immunity token, because I don't want to lose my pair of 1s. The idea is you want to try to get the best pair possible. The lower the number the better, which is why a pair of 1s is a Sabacc Prime.
Stand.
Now, if you can't get a pair... Oh, they're taxing me 2 chips. This is fine. I'm going to win the hand. I'll get the chips back. I don't care. If you can't get a pair when the hands are revealed at the end of the round, then you also pay an additional tax equal to the difference between the value of the 2 cards in your hand. So you always want to try to get a pair, so even if you don't win the hand, you only lose the chips that you've already paid into the pot. You don't get taxed any additional chips. So there's my Sabacc Prime. Now, she swapped hands with the other guy. That other card means that she has to roll 2 dice and then take either of the values on the dice. So she now has a 4 and a 1. That's really bad. So whatever happens at the end of this round, she's getting taxed the difference between those 2 cards, which is an additional 3 chips. Now, the high roller had a Sabacc, but it was only a pair of 3s. Mine was better. I won the hand. I recover all of my chips. I'm back up to 6. The 2 players on the side have both been eliminated. They're out of chips. It's now just me and the high roller. But she only has 3 chips left. Right, the red card that I've drawn there, it's kind of like a joker.
Shift.
Okay, the high roller's going for a 3. She's only got 3 chips left. She wants to spend as few chips as possible. That makes sense. That red card in my hand is called a Psylop card, and it will basically duplicate the value of whatever other card you have in your hand. Now, my other card is a 5, which isn't great, so this would count as a pair of 5s. But ideally, I obviously want to replace the 5 with something a bit better. First thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to send Nyx out to have a sneaky look and see what cards the high roller has. Now, Nyx can get spotted doing this and make your opponents... What's she got? 3 and a 1. That's... Oh dear. I'm still in the game. They didn't actually catch me cheating, but they're now paying a careful eye on what I'm up to, so it's more dangerous if I try to use Nyx to cheat again. So she's got a 3 and a 1, which means she's got a pretty good chance of actually getting either another 3 or another 1, either of which is going to beat my pair of 5s. So I'm going to draw another yellow card. I have to pay a chip. Oh, that's even worse. I'm going to get rid of the 6, obviously.
I draw.
Second turn, she's drawing. She's fishing for either a 3 or a 1. By the way, a pair of 1s? Oh, she's thrown away the 3. She's got a pair of 1s. She's got a Sabacc Prime. The only thing that can beat a Sabacc Prime is a Psylop Sabacc, which is 2 Psylop cards. But there are only 2 Psylop cards in the entire deck. It's very hard to get. Well, she doesn't necessarily have a Sabacc Prime, a pair of 1s. I mean, she might. I really hope she doesn't. She might have drawn an imposter card, a card that allows you to roll a pair of dice at the end of your hand and then select the value of one of the dice to match the other card in your hand, which gives her a pretty good chance of possibly getting a Sabacc Prime. She's drawing, and she's discarded a 2.
Something good.
2 would be good. but it wouldn't be good enough if she's thrown it away. That means she is almost certainly fishing for a natural Sabacc Prime, trying to get an additional one. But it's the best hand available to me at the moment. Yeah, yep, sure enough, Sabacc Prime. I mean, I kind of saw that coming. Well, it could have been worse. I mean, I've got a Silop Sabacc, so the value of my cards match, so I don't get taxed the difference between them, but I did lose all of the chips that I already had in the pot, and she recovers her 3, so she's still down to 3 chips, and I think I'm down to 2, which is not good, because that means I can only actually draw twice. If she starts taxing the additional chips, I could be in a lot of trouble. So I've got an imposter card and a 3. The imposter card isn't bad, the 3 isn't ideal. She's discarding a 5, which is no good to me. So I don't really have an awful lot of options with the 2 shift tokens available to me. I can play the exhaustion card if I think she's got a good hand. I should have probably played that in the last round. Forced her to ditch the Sabacc Prime and then pick a new hand entirely.
New card.
I need to get something good to match the imposter card, or to give me a chance of matching the imposter card, and there's nothing good available, so I'll have to pay to draw a red. Oh, you got to be kidding me. It's a Silop card. Normally pulling a Silop card is great, but a Silop and an imposter together aren't worth anything. And I don't want to discard the Silop card and give her a Silop card that she can draw. So I've only got 1 chip left, so I can only draw 1 more time. I need to get something good with this draw, or I'm out of the game. Do I really want to risk using Nyx? I mean, they're keeping an eye on me now because they got suspicious the last time I tried to cheat with Nyx. I'm just going to have to draw, I think, a yellow. Hold on to the Silop card, and there is a 2 there in the discard pile, so a pair of 2s. It's pretty good. That's my last chip though, so I'm now stuck with this. I'll get rid of the imposter card. She's still got 1 chip, so she can draw 1 more time, and she's going for it. What's she throwing away? She's discarding a 4. I think I'm going to play the exhaustion shift token, because I don't know what she's got, but it could be good. So this will force her to throw her hand away and draw 2 new cards. The chances of her drawing 2 good new cards are not 0, but they're also not very good. So now we're both out of chips, we both have to stand, we can't draw fresh cards.
Stand.
I have a Silop Sabacc, a pair of 2. She's got nothing. A 2 and a 5. That's garbage. That's it. She's out of chips. I've won with Silop Sabacc.
That one's mine.
Right, hand over the goodies. Let's get what Lando sent me here for. What's this? Apparently, he lost one of his shift tokens to her.
Looks like I win.
Uh-huh. Tell Lando he's always welcome here when he wants to lose his cape.
You can tell him that yourself.
Whatever it was that Lando lost here, it must be pretty good for him to want it back this badly. Anyway, we are a winner. 3 new collectibles. I walk away with the 3 shift tokens that the house forced me to use during that match. So these are included under your collectibles. You can see here a list of all of the shift tokens that I currently have collected after playing at the various different high roller tables around the game. 3 here in Kijimi. That's not bad. Anyway, got Lando's stuff. Now I just need to get it back to Lando here in Akiva. But he doesn't want to meet me in Mirror City, somewhere out in the sticks, which seems a bit odd. The more alert among you may have already put 2 and 2 together, because with Han Solo currently decorating the wall of Jabba's palace, that means this game is set between the events of Empire Strikes Back, when Lando Calrissian was introduced,
Should be seeing a bridge up ahead, Bess. Cross it.
and Return of the Jedi, when it was General Calrissian, which means that at this current point in time, Lando's working with the rebels.
All right, my people are just ahead.
People?
Lando, what are you not telling us? Oh, shit. Right, I suspect I'm about to get into a gunfight, so I should probably change my loadout. I don't think a stealth outfit is going to do me particularly well here. I'm guessing that the imps who just showed up are not the people that Lando was talking about. I can't see him working for the Empire, so that means rebels. There's my gunslinger outfit. Tatooine gunslinger shirt, Tatooine gunslinger belt, and I do have, there we go. It's not the Tatooine gunslinger pants, but it's the set bonus that I'm going for. So now when I use Adrenaline Rush, it doesn't completely deplete my adrenaline, and enemies that I kill during Adrenaline Rush also recharge my health. I think I'm going to need it. Fortunately, I've gotten some decent blaster upgrades at this point as well. I mean, we're about halfway-ish through the game now, and the blaster's already pretty good. Towards the end of the game, it becomes amazing, particularly if you're using a gunslinger set like this. Judging by the sound of blaster fire up ahead, I'm already a little bit late to this particular party. Imperial probe droids. This is just going to be the spearhead of whatever's coming though. And yes, X-Wings, A-Wings. Yeah, it's rebels. I hate rebels. They're always trying to recruit you to their cause. And Kay hasn't had particularly good encounters with rebels this far in the game. Go on then, give me the bad news.
What's going on? Where's Lando? In the brush with Typhoon Squadron. Can you shoot?
Huh? Yeah. What are you doing here?
Hold your position, everyone. We need to fight them off until they get here.
Fight them off? Are you kidding me?
She's not kidding me. Right. Okay, here come the stormtroopers. So, the stuff that I've equipped, I accumulate adrenaline a lot faster. It's not going to take that long to get a full adrenaline rush up. Let's pop a back the vial. I was down to 2 hit points. I really need to do something about improving my maximum health as well. That, of course, is going to... Well, it's all down to unlocking and finding various different experts. For now, 4 maximum health is all I've got. Oh, here they come. Right, one of them's got a shield. So... Oh, the shield's down. Well, I can just blast them. Oh, wow, the shield held. That's not good. Okay, I'm going to switch to Ion. Adrenaline Rush still isn't actually fully charged. Or I can just toss Thermal Detonator. I mean, you know, that. You can be subtle. I could switch to Ion shots and blast the shield down, and then switch back to regular plasma shots, or I could just toss a Thermal Detonator. I mean, you know, this all works. I grab that back to ball. Oh, well, back to full. Okay, that's good. See, at the moment I can only carry 4 back to balls, which is 2 better than I started the game with, but that can also be improved. Right, hold still, you. I'm trying to charge up my adrenaline rush. There we go. Thank you. Still not quite there. There's an E11 here. I could pick that up and use it. I'm trying to detonate that. No, I didn't do a lot, did it? Alright, I'm going to grab that E11 and blast this guy's shield down. And adrenaline rush is up. But I see we've run out of enemies to use it on. Isn't that just typical? I really do need to get better at using this adrenaline rush ability because it is incredibly powerful. I mean, I've managed to get it upgraded. That guy's tossing a grenade. Adrenaline rush. Oh, seriously? There's only actually 1 in line of sight? What a waste. After training with Sheriff Quint, I can actually have Adrenaline Rush eliminate 5 targets at once. And if I continue to work on the unlocks, I can have it take out elites. It does require 2 shots though, but I mean, it's such a powerful ability. It's up again. Plenty of targets to shoot at, and in the heat of the moment, I have completely failed to notice that I could be making this an awful lot easier. Blaster overheated. I'll wait it out. Oh, he's tossing a grenade. No, no. Well, I can adrenaline rush kill 2 of them. And now I need to get the hell out. Back into cover. On full health. Still a couple of them out there. I don't see them though. There's a lot of smoke. There's one. Nix. Go and detonate that guy's grenade, will you? I've just unlocked this ability. I may as well use it. So I don't need to worry about the grenadier anymore. Nix is taking care of him. Shoot this one. Any more? There is. Somebody. He's down there. Alright. Nope. Lost my footing. No, I should switch to ion shot. Will you get out of the way? There we go. Disable the shield. Back to plasma shots. Finish him off. Adrenaline rush fully charged. And that was the last of them.
Good work. Now let's make ourselves scarce, huh?
I really do need to get better at timing the use of this ability because it is incredibly powerful. And if I keep training the abilities that Sheriff Quint has taught me, it's only going to get better. Right. Lando Calrissian, where are you at? Because you've got some explaining to do, Sunshine. There he is.
Lando, the shuttle's ready.
I'll be right with you.
You've got a real Sabacc face. I had no idea you were a rebel.
Hey, that's the idea. Gotta keep a low profile.
Oh, is that what you think you're doing?
Sometimes the best way to hide is to stand out.
I hope this was worth the trouble.
It's more important than you could know.
Yeah, always is with you guys. See you around, Lando.
Well, that's the High Roller questline complete. We have gotten Lando's Lucky Shift token and unlocked Lando Calrissian as an expert. And Lando is going to teach us all kinds of new stuff, starting with Plan A. Kay learns a Sabacc trick to help her even the odds. So this is obviously only useful when you're actually playing Sabacc, but that's not all, because there's also Plan B. Modifies Kay's blaster for more kick for when Plan A doesn't work out. So these are the 2 initial unlocked abilities, which can probably be improved. At least Plan B can. But let's take a look and see what else we have. So Plan A allows you to use a double draw to draw 2 cards when it's a cheat at Sabacc. So you can draw 2 cards and then keep the one that you like the look of. Plan B allows Kay to craft a heavy power module for the blaster pistol. So these are 2 abilities that are unlocked straight away. The High Roller is a space combat maneuver. It's a strafing dodge roll. You know, if you actually enjoy playing the space combat, then this is obviously going to come in useful, but it's not something that you need. Shoot first, opening blaster shot from an out of combat state, causes a large burst of extra damage. Ask later, for a brief period after unholstering, any shot or near miss from hip fire grants a small amount of adrenaline. Although I have to unlock the shoot first ability to get this. I've already got the High Roller, which after a fast talk or arrest sequence provides a very high amount of adrenaline. I've already satisfied the unlock conditions for that. Good a bet reputation with 3 syndicates at the same time, and I've already stolen from 2 syndicate vaults. New ability unlocked, Just Improvise. Kay gets an adrenaline boost when under arrest or in fast talk situations. So yeah, this again already unlocked. I've already satisfied the unlock conditions. So that's Lando Calrissian, the High Roller expert in Star Wars Outlaws. It was nice to see him. Although I have to admit, I'm starting to get a bit wary of all the fan service. I mean, we didn't meet Han Solo, but we did see him decorating the wall of Jabba's palace, and now we've met Lando. I mean, who's next? Princess Leia? God, I hope not. Don't worry, the game's not going to turn into the worst kind of fan fiction where you just happen to bump into every single major character from every single Star Wars movie. It is a bit more subtle than that. Anyway, Lando Calrissian, kids. Coolest dude in all of Star Wars. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Hope you're all having a great weekend. And as always, take care. And I'll catch you next time.